So I'm a few minutes before the bar gets released. The bar exam results get released. Mm, we'll see what happens. So it's 9:15. The bar results still aren't out. Um, the website, the Florida Supreme Court website, keeps giving me the different timeout errors, bad gateway, and stuff like that. So there's lots of folks looking, trying to see what their scores are gonna be, but it's not out yet. I'm refreshing constantly, but we'll see. We will see. After I took the bar in February, I felt all right. I felt like I did the stuff I needed to do, but then I felt that same way in July when the results ended up getting posted in September, and I was short by a point. Well, an average point, which is like 2 points. I had you got to get a 136 in each section, or a 136 overall to pass the Florida bar. And I had a 131 in Florida, 139 on the multi-state to average 135. So I was one overall point, which is really 2 points because I would have had to have scored two more points, one on either section or two on a single section, to average that 136. But I only took the Florida part this time, so I mean everybody gets the results when everybody gets the results. So I mean we'll see what happens. Like as every day goes by and now every minute like ticks by, I don't know. I just feel less and less confident about it, and that's aggravating because you shouldn't get less and less confident the further away from the test you get. But I think that has a lot to do with the fact that I did fail the last exam, and you got a little bit of a imposter syndrome going back to really being a kid, never really knowing if you belong and stuff. So, you feel good. You're kind of an extra vulnerable time, but we'll see what happens. It's like 18 minutes after 9. Still nothing on Monday, April 15th. Yeah, I mean, the Florida bar tweeted out at 7:30 a.m. Results should be out soon. So, let's see here. 52 minutes ago, they tweeted out T minus any minute now. 52 minutes ago. But I mean, I get it. It's a process. There's tech stuff involved on the back end too to make sure everything's up and running right. Make sure the links work, all that fun stuff. I'm sure the phone lines are getting blown up. I'm fortunate enough that I have my number that I've been talking to the bar exam related to, the bar exam number, all that fun stuff. So, we'll see. There's a lot that I want to do professionally and politically that doesn't necessarily depend on passing the bar exam, but it's definitely a big part of it for me. It's a big part of what I want to do. It's a big part of what I think I need to do. So, just waiting. Just waiting. At least in September when I got the not great news, I was busy working. Now it's just like, all right, let's see what happens. So, I'm nearly positive something was going on about 10 minutes ago on the Supreme Court site. So whether they were uploading whatever to the proper links or whatever it was, something was going on because a bunch of people were on the site. But we will see. 21 minutes after 9, just waiting. Like checking 3 different pages. I'm looking at the really four. I'm looking at the Supreme Court website's bar scores page, which is the one that's been acting funny, and then the actual Supreme Court website was acting funny for a little while. I am looking at the Florida Supreme Court Twitter page, the Twitter account, because that's usually where they send out the link. And I'm also looking at the Florida Supreme Court Facebook page because they post there and the Twitter link, usually simultaneously or pretty close to simultaneously. So it's just a matter of once they push that link out. I mean, at 9:22 in the morning, I mean, if I remember right, the July results that came out in September, it was earlier in the morning than this. My grandma actually was sitting with my grandmother in the hospital after she'd broken her leg, and that's where I saw the results. My wife was deployed at the time. I feel like I'm back in the Army waiting on the scores for when you know, well, you don't know, but when you find out what the cutoff scores are to get promoted in the Army. It's usually like the 20th of every month, 20th, 22nd, somewhere in there. The score system used to be out of 800, and when folks didn't want, when the Army didn't want people to get promoted, they used to make it 798 out of 800. So in order to get promoted, you had to have perfect PT score, perfect weapons, all your college education, all your military education, all your awards. You had to get 150 points at the board. You had to get 150 points from your recommender. It was just a whole lot of potential for you to not get 800 points. I think the first time I got promoted, I had 700 and something points, and the cutoff was like 685. And then when I got promoted to staff sergeant, it got brought down to like 791, and I had 792. So yeah, that was a long time ago, but I do remember hitting the refresh button when I was in Iraq, which screws your timing all up when I first made sergeant. But that was many years ago. What is this, 2019? That would have been 2006, September timeframe. So an interesting thing about today's April 15th. Back in 2007, I was in Iraq at this time, and I was with the unit 14 Cav out of Fort Riley, Kansas. And on April 15th, we lost a friend of mine. His name's Stephen Wahlberg. He was killed in action. And I mean, I think about it every year. I mean, we lost somebody on the 15th, 16th, 21st. It's just really the first thing I thought about when they said what the bar results day was going to be was Stephen Wahlberg. So I mean, I saw him. Once it was the day before. The day before he was killed, and you know, he was the gunner in a Humvee, and he was in the truck with his best friend, who was the driver, and you know, his best friend had to watch that and live with that, and but today's a day. 12 years ago today. So that's why when folks worry about, oh, you know, the bar results are you know, life and death. They're not. They're really not. Is it going to be disappointing? Am I going to be heartbroken again? Yeah, probably if I don't pass. But I'm good. I'm all right. I still got a parent-teacher conference to go to at 3:30 with my son. Like, I'm still healthy. I'm still relatively happy. But I'm just waiting for these results. We will see what happens. It is sort of interesting how vulnerable of a moment this kind of is. Well, not kind of is. This is. Most of my videos are relatively calm and sort of forward thinking and, you know, focused on what I can control. And the website's starting to do the bad gateway thing again, so the scores are probably coming up soon. This is just an incredibly interesting moment of insight into how I'm processing this right now, or not processing this right now. Still no links from either of the Florida Supreme Court social media accounts. I reached out to the Florida bar. The Florida bar just responded to one of my tweets and said we're working on it. So the Florida bar tweeted a while ago. That was the one I told you about, that they said any minute now, and I responded to it. I don't know if y'all remember there's a, I'll try to get it in here. There's a GIF of like a kid, and he's talking about "let's go." So like I responded to the Florida bar with that, and they just retweeted it, and they sent a sort of a meme with or a GIF with Bernie Sanders that says we're working on it. So it's the Florida bar social media account is always really solid. I'm just saying, I trust you guys. I know you are. Just anxious. Smiley face. I'm definitely gonna have to edit this video down. We're at like 15 minutes. My buddy just sent me a message asking me what was going on. I just said, they just responded to me on Twitter and said they're working on it. Life is such a funny thing. If you wonder why I'm looking crazy, my main monitor is like right here. And then I have a secondary monitor that's like behind the tripod with my phone on it and whatnot. Then I have my iPad right here. I got a little microphone. It's like right here, so I don't have to talk too loud, as I'm sure my excitement will spill over here shortly. At least that's the plan. 9:33 in the morning. What a day. And it's only 9:33 in the morning. And the Florida bar responded to my I trust you guys, I know you are just anxious. They sent me back a GIF that says I understand, and it's one of the gentlemen, I think, from The Office, and he's just like, yep. So we're waiting to see what happens. Just waiting for a link so I can download some stuff, so I can find my number, and hopefully not be too terribly disappointed. It's either going to be hit or miss. I'm either going to be exuberant, is a good word, or disappointed. But that's okay. That's all right. That's part of this process, apparently. Let me go back to the Florida Supreme Court. So I have two Twitter tabs open, so I'm leaving one at the Florida Supreme Court. I'm trying to use the other one to look at my notifications and stuff. But now the Florida bar Twitter handle is definitely entertaining. So bar exam results, just look, now we're getting a back end fetch failed. Error 503. Now we're getting 502, bad gateway. Maybe we'll go 501 and just go backwards the whole time. No, back to 503. I wonder what a 501 error is. Let's look here. 501 error code. 501 error is say status code. Let's see what it says. Server either does not recognize the request method or lacks the ability to fulfill the request. So that's a 501. Haven't gotten one of those. 503 is backend fetch failed. And we're back on the page, but still no scores. So 20 minutes into this video now. Ugh. That's alright. Anything that's worth it is worth waiting for, I guess. Nah, we'll see. It'll be out soon enough. Nothing I can do about it now. Took the exam in February. Funny story about the exam in February. So I almost forgot to submit my exam when I got home. So I only did the first day. I only did the Florida day. And the exam's in Tampa. Well, I live in Winter Garden, which is just outside of Orlando. Hour and 10, hour and 20 minutes away from Tampa. Well, when you're in the exam, you don't get to upload your stuff. There's no Wi-Fi. So you're supposed to upload it before midnight once you get back to your hotel or whatever, because most folks are staying there in Tampa because they're taking the second day as well. Like I said, I didn't take the second day. So after the bar exam, I went and drove home. Well, I got home and was hanging out for a little bit and talking to some of my friends who passed the bar exam in July, and then talking to some of my friends who taking it that morning. Just, how you feeling? How did, what are you thinking? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, well, I went in, laid down on my bed, and I'm like, all right, all right, is there anything else I need to do? I was like, I'm ready. April sometime, results are going to come out. I was like that close to falling asleep at like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. And I'd have been asleep till the next day, no questions asked. And I was like, oh crap. And then I went and submitted it. So I was almost about to have to take it in July anyway. But we're looking. Let's see. Let's refresh everything again. Still nothing. Maybe it'll just be everybody passes. And then like, all right, you're good. Probably not. My mom seems more confident than I do. She says, keep me updated. You passed. I know it. So we'll see. Oh, the Tallahassee bar follows me. That's interesting. I'll follow them back. Even though I do not live in Tallahassee. Although I plan to live there for about 8 years of my life. Maybe 6. We'll talk about that some other time. Nothing. Still nothing. It's going to take me longer to edit this video than 27 minutes of a video. My wife's probably as nervous as I am. I don't know if it's made the tension worse or lessened it a little bit. I try to remember my little sign I got going here. Life is too short to be serious all the time. So the Florida Supreme Court tweeted out last night that the Florida bar exam scores will be released tomorrow on the website. The release must be authorized by the court and will be posted as soon as possible once approval is given. And it just says, good luck on the Florida bar exam, blah, blah, blah. Somebody responded 24 minutes ago with the the Judge Judy gif where she's like, I'm here for all of it. I understand. And it's already got half as many likes as the thing that the Florida Supreme Court tweeted last night. 30 minutes, almost 31 minutes. Yeah, the T minus any minute now was well over an hour ago. Because I tweeted back the let's go thing an hour ago. It's 9:51. It was 8:50 when I tweeted that. So just breathe normally, baby. You don't got to breathe so hard. I'm waiting too. 40 minutes and 15 seconds. 45 minutes into a video. I'm recording again, love. Looks like they're posted.
Huh?
Yeah, they're posted. Let's see. I need to do all that. What is that? All right. What is my number? Oh, my stomach is sick. Let's see. What is my number?
You recording now?
Yeah. 581. Yeah, love.
Can I come in? I don't want to record it. What's it doing? Oh, God. Oh.
Can you go tell grandma?
Turn the video on. I want to come see.
Hold on.
Oh, my God.
Hold on. Let me turn the video off.
Turn the video
I
off.
can't.
I will support the Constitution of the United States.
I will support the Constitution of the United States
And the Constitution of the State of Florida.
and the Constitution of the State of Florida.